Hello everybody, my name's Swicey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Frolni. So I've recently, I think just 1 or 2 videos ago, I did a video on Frolni. It didn't do all that well, which is, it's fine, but I really need to get the message of Frolni out there. Frolni is amazing now. This champion is actually insane, and I figured I needed to do at least one more video really showcasing his strength and how incredible he can be. So let's go ahead and look for a few teams and just let me show you guys. This guy is disgusting. I'm absolutely loving using Frolni, and I recommend all of you guys, if you have him, not that many people are going to have him, but if you do, build him, use him, and tell me how you feel. So let's throw together a decent team because, well, this is a very solid team that we're going against. Where is my Armands? There he is. And I really just want you guys to see how crazy he ramps up. I'll show you his gear and stuff in a few minutes, but we're just going to go through a few teams and then we'll get to that. Let's go ahead and sheep the Marius. Alright, now we're gonna go the A2 into Narcies. We got reaction procced. That's just unfortunate. See what the AoE can do. There we go. Knock out the Marius. Alright. This was a bad team, not gonna lie. We did get reaction procced. We'll run that back. Let's see if we can not get reaction proc this time. We'll try to just take out Marius this time. And hopefully we don't get sheeped. We didn't get sheeped. Let's just go ahead and sheep the Narcies. Let's see if we can not get reaction proc. There we go. Not too crazy on the first hit. The first time you kill somebody, it won't be too insane. But after that very first time, it just ramps insanely well. So now his A1, about 40k, nothing too crazy, but if we do let her revive, which she should be doing soon, now he's back, we AoE, there we go, now he's going to be absolutely smacking. He's killed 3 people so far, now he has an extra 60% HP and however much crit damage, and now he should just one-shot 80k, 90k, not, it was a little lower than I was thinking, not gonna lie. 160k. Alright. Hit this. Double hitter. 74 on a defense-based champion. Not too bad. I don't know how fast I'll be compared to this one. And with our bias and Harima are both kind of rough into him. I would say it's more our bias that really screws over Frolni if she swaps into her second form, and that's why I didn't go for that team. Now this team, everybody here doesn't really do that well against Frolni. So we're going to initially go ahead and smack down the Armands. 72-46, so that second hit wasn't a Helm Smasher proc. This time we're going to go ahead and focus down the Marichka because getting her down as soon as possible is pretty nice. Everybody got their turns. We don't really need to worry about it. Okay, actually, I shouldn't have done that. That was kind of dumb. Alright, the AoE. 60k AoE. Not awful. Not too insane either. I'm not gonna... Nothing I say is going to be biased here. I'm trying to just give a straight-up overview on Frolni. And he is insane in LiveArena. Let's go ahead, drop that A1. 71k A1 on a Siffy, not too bad considering it's only a single hit. Now we're going to take our A2 if we have it straight into Taras. 48k single hit on a Taras, not too shabby. 100k A1 there. As soon as we get fully ramped up, he's absolutely disgusting, and it just, there's not too many champions that hit quite like him once that starts happening. Now, UDK is a big counter to him. It's almost Rotos level counter. And if we, well, yeah, Rotos counters any HP based DPS well, but UDK will counter Frolni almost to the level that he counters Rotos. So we're not actually, you know, we could steal the Stone Skin. Which one is more important? I think it's more important to just go ahead and take out the Sheikah Cleanse. We revive. Here, let's just get rid of Narcisse. There we go. 150k. Let's go straight into this Armand's. Do we one-shot A1? Not quite. His A1 is his lowest multiplier by far, which I mean is normal, but it's really, really low. Alright. Let's run this back. We do have a shield. Alright, we don't get taken out. We do get very, very tanky with Frolni, which is super nice. There we go. 119, 109. I mean, come on. Come on. That is some crazy, crazy damage. There we go. 200k on a singular hit. That would have been a 400k hit. That's disgusting. That one isn't that good. Now, I will say, he is not technically a instant, like, you don't expect to just instantly go in a team and speed farm it. That's not what he's for. Don't treat him like an instant farm champ. You want to treat him like this fight is going to go on for a little bit longer than if I were to just be using a Georgian. But he has so much more survivability than any other nuker in the game, which I think is something that really needs to be focused on. There we go, instant one hit. Now, if you do start with his AoE, it can hit, but I will say, if you just get one kill and then go in with his AoE, as long as at that point you should be higher HP than everybody on their team, which means we should be doing 30% extra damage, and it just smacks. Let's do another reset here. That team, I was going to say that team looks strong, but it's just Mythics. I mean, that's going to make any team look strong. This one, his player power is around mine. Let's look at, yeah, I guess we'll do this one. Really, any nuker can't quite keep up with his survivability outside of maybe Taras and Harima. I'd say those are the only two that really feel like they can be on par with how survivable he really is, how much sustain he has. So we go in, we do that. Force, I wish he was a different affinity. If he was Force affinity, I feel like he'd be a better champion. But let's hit that AoE, 170, 124. Absolutely smacking. Now, keep in mind my build is very good on him. It's a very, very solid build. I'm not going to try to downplay that. I do think that it needs some work. It needs some glyphs. It needs this chest to go to HP %. Again, glyphs on most pieces would be nice, up his speed by a whole lot. Plenty of room to improve, but this baseline build for him is really strong at 105k HP, 3k defense, 237 speed, 100% crit rate, 271 crit damage. Now, do keep in mind that for every 1000 HP we have, we get an extra 1% crit damage. So technically speaking, this guy right now has 376% crit damage, which is kind of nuts. Any champion should be hitting hard with that amount, and I do think that kind of makes his damage a little less impressive once you read this off. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's really, really strong and really impressive what he does. So I have him fully booked. I do think he's worth it. I think he's worth the mythic books, and I'm going to put that out there now. Getting the cooldowns on these two and that 20% damage is very solid. I do have 2-star bone armor on him. This gives him 10,500 HP, which is massive. Will definitely help out his build. And then I will be finishing his build out with Spirit Haste and probably Methodical, because I thought about it, Blood Shield really just opens us up to getting destroyed by Narcisse when we don't need to, and I don't think that that's all that necessary. But yeah, so I'll run him in a few more fights, give a little bit more idea on what he can do, then we can call it there. I don't want to make it a stupidly long video, but I do think he deserves plenty of spotlight and somebody who everybody should be taking a look at. So in my 3v3, this is actually the team I'm running him in. Ignore this team right here. This has been kind of a work in progress for a while now. I'm not too sure what to run in here. For a while, I've just been running my second Armands, but I'm feeling that my second Armands just doesn't do it. And now I don't know if that's an Armand's problem, if that's just a how I haven't built problem. I do think his accuracy is a little bit too low, but considering how often he gets resisted, I think it's a little weird. But yeah, we'll fix that up. We'll run this. And I can basically run this team into anything. It doesn't matter. In fact, I'll run it into their strongest team, and we'll see how it goes. I do think that Frolni could use just a little bit of tweaking on his A3. I think his A3 could be a little bit stronger, but his A2 makes up for it and makes up for it in a big way. Let's go ahead, get through this one. This team shouldn't be too strong. Shouldn't be too hard to fight. Drop that AoE. Ally attack into her. And at this point, I guess we're at risk of their Narcies, actually. So let's not be at risk of their Narcies. Because their Wukong's not a problem. I'm not too worried about it. Make sure to just stun him. Armand's is too strong. I don't know. The champion's disgusting. And the fact that I have two of them. I don't feel like I need two of them. I feel like I could easily just +1 my current one. But I don't know. UDK doing UDK things. I'm thinking of a team for 3v3 with Falmond instead of running the weird team that I currently have running in there. I do think that a Falmond team could do really well. I've been looking at possibilities with him. Since I do have Cardiel, he does seem decently usable, but we'll just have to see. So yeah, that should be the end. As soon, oh, I thought Armands was going to get another turn. Come on, guys, let's get through this. 1 minute 30 was way too long for that. But here we go. So, sadly, we did not get the sheep off on... Holy crap, their Taras is big. Alright. There we go. Took out the Armands. Now we're going to drop the hammer with his A3. 123k there. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Drop the Siffy off. Jeez, this Taras. Decently well-built Taras here. Let's see if I can knock off the Taras. There we go. Holy crap. Holy crap. This damage is crazy. I don't want to have to... I don't feel like that was the best timing. Yeah, because now we're just going to get cycled. 100k hit only took half our HP. Yeah, alright. Oh, we do actually get the sheep. That is awesome. Alright. We are going to... I guess we're going to go back after the Taras. We just barely were able to get rid of him. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we can drop the AoE, kill the entire team. At this point, it's just when can we get a decent turn going. Alright, we are going to get rid of the Armands. Then we're going to drop the Siffy and the Taras. Come on, guys. He basically soloed their entire team. That is insane. Most nukers, I would argue no nuker could do what he did right there. I guess Rhodos could possibly, Siegfried could possibly, but if we're comparing to Rhodos and Siegfried, that should say a lot. Let's go ahead and try to get rid of Mithrala. Take some of Duchess's HP, and at this point, we're basically home free. But yeah, guys, I feel like I feel like I've highlighted him pretty well, at least in this 3v3 fight. It should have been clear of just the power he can bring. Let's run a few more fights and then I'll call it there. But I think after this, he should be getting a little bit more respect from anybody who sees this video. And I do hope you guys will share this video out there to some of your friends or clanmates if they have Frolni. He's crazy and somebody who's being slept on so hard right now. Especially in these stall style teams, he can do a whole lot. Now, let's take him into a Harima team. Let's make sure his player power is decent. Not bad. Not bad player power. And actually, we'll take him out of his Armands team. No more Armands. Armands is Armands. I mean, I don't think anything needs to be said more. Let's throw together a little bit of a stall team. I don't even think we need all of our champs. I think we could just do something like this and call it a day. I do think that Ancora is insanely vital for Frolni. I think she's amazing for him. Let's try to steal some of the stone skin. There we go. We stole a 2-turn stone skin. Now they can't really do too much unless they got the steal off with Wukong, and I don't find that too likely. We're just going to go with an A1, just try to weaken somebody, because like I mentioned before, we do have to knock somebody out of the fight before the fight actually starts. If we can't get rid of anybody after a few minutes, and let's say Harima has ramped up fully, there really is no point of continuing on the fight, because at that point, they've won, and we're not going to do much at all. He's not a go first champion, but he isn't exactly a go last champion. Got rid of those two. Now we are going to start absolutely smacking. And do keep in mind, this whole time that we've been hitting with Harima passive out there. And if there is a Wukong, I absolutely love running Frolni into Wukong because we can just sit there and hit him over and over again and build up our damage to, as you can see, insane amounts. Let's see if we can get rid of the Python. No, we're still weakening. It's whatever. Can't do anything. Get rid of him. I think at this point we should be maxed out passive or very, very close to it. AoE, 70k, 322. There we go. One shot, 175k into a Python. This one doesn't feel too strong, but I do think it'll highlight our go second abilities pretty well. Sword Duchess in there just to maybe help with that. Mikage, I just don't want to be perma CC'd. It's not fun. Maybe he'll go for the... Oh, didn't go for the strip. Okay, I guess this team isn't nearly as strong as I was hoping. But yeah, we're going to start with the A2. 100k to start. Not bad. We did actually steal the revive on death, which is pretty funny. Because then, I mean, they can't really do anything. They're just gone. Now, there is the stone skin on the Arbias. And like I said, Arbias is probably Froni's biggest counter outside of UDK. Arbias is insane. Mikage also. I mean, any of the Force Affinity mythics are going to do really well in the Frolni. And I feel like there's more Force Affinity ones than there is anything. Could be wrong about that. But he's from memory, that sounds right. Alright, let's go ahead and drop off the Marichka. Okay, why isn't she reviving? That didn't make any sense. Because I didn't block revive her. Nobody here has a block revive mechanic. It's kind of weird. I think this fight might have bugged out. Yeah, we're just getting perma CC'd like I tried to avoid. Alright, drop an AoE. Finally, she's gone. Kage, dude. What a champion. Still somebody I don't have, sadly. Alright. I will drop her. And what is going on with this fight? I am so incredibly confused right now. Alright, there. Their team should be basically done. Their bias. So strong. Alright. That is the end. Only took 2.5 minutes. So much fun. Oh my gosh. The stall queen. And now I do want to mention, guys, that with his masteries, I am shooting for him to be kind of like a solo champion. So when I take him into a fight, I expect that if the rest of the team dies, he is going to handle it by himself. And actually, I think we can do one more 3v3 and call it there, but I do want to pick some really strong teams. This one is probably the strongest set. I don't know if any of the other ones are quite on par. Let's see if I can even do this, because these are... Actually, no. They went with the wrong blessings. I'm not feeling that. 6-star Galathier being in Smite is just not good. So let's go here and see what we can do. So we have... I'm fine with this matchup. I am fine with this matchup, and that one's fine too. Alrighty, let's give it a go. They have very high HP. See all that. Get rid of Armands, and let's run it down. Drop the AoE. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about Nice. Nice is crazy. That's almost that's almost one of their champs revived right there already. Off the AoE, I expect him to revive somebody. Holy crap. That's insane. Not too sure what to do against that, honestly. Nice is one of those champions that I don't know how to fight properly yet. Might just be Brodos is like the only true counter to that. That's insane. Anyways. Let's go in and pick off the Wukong. Not quite. Because of Freyja, an amazing champion. Somebody who I sadly won't have, at least when her event happens. Because I am going for the Thor Soul over her, just because I think that the Thor Soul will have a little bit more value for my account currently. This one doesn't feel like it'll be too much of a Frolni showcase, actually. Let's drop the AoE. 8250. Actually wasn't that impressive on this run. Wukong not doing it. Man, this team is solid. Frolni not dying quite yet. Let's pick off the Mithrala here. Get rid of her annoying passive. Surprised, why didn't that finish off the team? Wukong, what are you doing, man? It's kind of sad. Alright, there we go. Through that team. Frolni didn't do too much in that fight. And then this one is, can we strip the buffs? No, we can't. That's rough. That is very rough. Now, Rotos can ignore the Helicath, whatever it's called. Helicath block damage, that's what it's called. Alright, we're close to being able to just go through everything. See if we can steal some HP. Nice. Alright. At this point, we just gotta get a turn. That's all it is. Alright, guys. So that will be the video. I hope you have learned a little bit more about Frolni and how strong he truly is. I hope to see him a little bit more throughout LiveArena and Classic Arena. He is an insane champion and somebody who needs more love. If you have enjoyed this video, if you haven't learned anything from it, consider liking, subscribing. I do have a Discord. You can join that through the link in the description. Outside of that, guys, really appreciate y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.